When people learn I'm from Oklahoma, a lot of times they ask me, do people ride horses to work? Which I kind of understand because Oklahoma and cowboys go together like peanut butter and cowboy flavored jelly. Ooh. But do Oklahomans really have stables instead of garages? Or are people just watching too much Yellowstone? I'm Nicekidd, and this is Fat Check. Do you ride your horse to work?
No, I don't. I wish I did, but he don't like the cold.
Do you ride your horse to work?
No, but if I could, I would.
I personally do not, but I'm sure some people do.
If you had to, would you?
Oh, if I had to ride a horse for work, I definitely would.
I was in New York a few years ago. They still think we live in teepees and ride horses, so I guess it's just a myth that us Okies are going to have to take care of.
I think we're moving toward the future. We don't do that anymore.
Do you ride your horse to work?
No, but I drive a Mustang.
Experts refer to this misunderstanding as a highly overused rural stereotype about equine commuting, or horse for short, which I'm sure is purely coincidental. To understand where the confusion comes from, let's start with some history, or horsery. In Oklahoma, there was a time when riding a horse to work made perfect sense because your horse was your job. But how did so many long faces end up in this frying pan-shaped state? In the late 1800s, massive cattle drives like the Chisholm and Western Trails moved a whole gaggle of Texas Longhorns through here and brought cowboy culture and a whole lot of distinct smells with it. But don't get it twisted, it's still horns down around here. Now some of the rumors are trumors. A lot of cowboys passed through here. A lot of cowboys stayed. Oklahoma has the fourth most cattle in the entire U.S. with 5.3 million in total. That's a lot of cows. So it goes without saying, we still have ranches and real-life cowboys wearing real-life cowboy boots. Enough that we saw fit to put a bunch of them in the Hall of Fame. But saying everyone rides horses to work is like saying all New York rides rats to work because one time you saw 9 or 10 on the subway. So technically, the myth started off true. What's changed is the work part. Modern Oklahoma is mostly people doing extremely normal people things. They work in hospitals, offices, schools, and airplane hangars. They carry laptops, coffee cups, emotional damage from passive-aggressive email sign-offs. Very few arrive on horseback, mostly because HR discourages it, and horses are notoriously bad at filling out onboarding paperwork. At this point, I decided the only fair way to continue was to become part of the problem. So I teamed up with the legitimate cowboys at the Lightning L Ranch to try it for myself. Okay, I got no food, fam. All right, I'll holler at you. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. This is nut, man. Real. I've never done this before. First time for everything. We're gonna become friends, okay? So the world wants to know, do you ride a horse to work?
I do. Fortunately, I'm living the dream.
Okay.
I get to ride my horse to work every day.
Why do you think people think Oklahomans ride their horse to work?
Well, I would imagine it may have something to do with the original land run in Oklahoma when people rode off to find their property in the early days, and maybe they think that we still do ride our horse to work every day.
Does the horse also have a job?
Actually, they do have a job here.
Okay.
They have a very important job here. So their job is to introduce folks to the horse industry and specifically the cow horse industry.
If the horse quits, does it get a severance? Is the horse W-2 or 1099? Does a horse get lunch breaks?
Oh, they get all the breaks.
Oh,
They're
they
bougie horses. They get all the breaks.
Yeah, I know. So do Oklahomans ride horses to work? Occasionally, if they're in a parade or a rodeo or an historical reenactment everyone really committed to, but mostly, People here do what everyone else does. Driving a car, blast Celine Dion like no one's watching, and panic a little bit inside when you parallel park. Now, if you excuse me, I need to decide if I'm an ostrich or an alligator guy. Or maybe rattlesnake. Hey, you got these in the dunk low? Bro, I'm hurt, I ain't gonna cry. Whew.